Well, hello, this is Mike Jacko with Minri and Real Estate Promo with another Flip It Friday video for you guys. And we're going to carry on with our list of fears here. And we've already talked about having no lack of money or no money, having poor credit or bad credit. Last week we talked about the lack of knowledge or inexperience. So today I want to talk about having a lack of inventory. That is probably the biggest, or maybe the second biggest complaint I hear from new people is there's no inventory, and we are in a really hot market, and everyone's saying, oh, there's no inventory, there's no inventory, there's no inventory. Well, that's just flat out wrong. There is inventory. There's plenty of inventory out there. Problem is the inventory that's available is not easy to find, and that's where the challenge comes in, is finding the inventory, or finding the inventory that others have passed up and then trying to learn how to make deals out of them. For example, we just put an offer in on a property the other day that was MLS, was a bank REO. It had sat on the market for a long time, went past all the initial inspections, all the first time home buyer, owner occupant list, made it past that because the property needed a lot of work. And so when they lowered their price, the investors kept making the offers, and by the time the property had been on the market for a while, and by the time we looked at it, and I found this one by networking with other realtors, and told them, look, if you do see anything on the market that's been sitting there for a while, and you show a first-time home buyer and it looks too much work for them, give me a call. I'll go take a look at it and see if it's something that maybe I want to put an offer in. So we put an offer in it, ran my Mayo numbers, it made my offer right at Mayo, and the bank, believe it or not, countered back at only a couple $1,000s more than we're at. So we negotiated with them. We're going to go ahead and move forward with their offer. I've had about a half a dozen wholesalers call me just in the last 2 weeks because I keep telling them I'm out there looking for properties. Their numbers are borderline right where I want them. They're a little bit higher than I'm comfortable with, but they're selling them to other investors who are willing to pay a little bit more than I'm looking for. But I'm also trying to wholesale right now as well, so I need to lower prices as well. But there's plenty of inventory out there. I've been out putting out bandit signs, and I've been getting calls from sellers. Granted, they're not the greatest of deals. Some are a little further out. And I'm buying properties. I'm not saying I'm buying everything I'm looking at right now, but there is inventory out there. You just have to get creative on finding them. They're going to be a lot harder than you may expect or may want them to be, but the inventory is out there, and the key is to just get out there, just start driving. It's just driving neighborhoods. You'll start seeing evidence of inventory, and then change out what you're looking for. For example, I've started seeing a lot more for sale by owner signs than I have in a very long time, and I usually ignore them because typically when you're looking at FSBOs, for sale by owners, one of the reasons why they're going FSBO is because they don't want to pay the real estate commissions. But when you start seeing a trend where there's more and more and more of them, that means, to me, that's probably telling me that there's more and more people that are trying to sell and are right at that bubble or borderline where the realtors are on their comps and they're saying, if you were to sell, you'd have to fix up the property in order to compete with all the other properties. So you need the money for that. And then maybe after paying all your closing costs and everything else, you're going to break even, or you're not going to have enough enough to cover the closing costs, or you might even have to bring a check to closing. I think we're seeing some of those scenarios because some of that lingering inventory from where they got the loans just pre the market crash. Well, I think within the last year or so that the prices have gone up more than enough now where they can actually cash out on these deals, but they're still not really strong on them. So start calling on some for sale by owners. Just looking at all kinds of different avenues. The inventory is out there. You just got to get creative and believe that it's there. And once you start believing that it's there, the inventory will start showing up. So just get out there and start doing it. All right, if you like these Flip It Friday videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys back here next week with another Flip It Friday video.